Hey, Matt.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Hey, good. How are you?
Pretty good. Tell me about your project.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. We're just flying flat earther and a globe earther to Antarctica to see whether or not there's a 24-hour sun.
And so, what does it prove?
Well, if there's a 24-hour sun, we live on a globe. If there's not, we live on a flat earth.
I just find it strange because, like in 2000, I think it was in 2016, I was like making fun of the fact that there was like no time lapse of the midnight sun in the South Pole, and I was kind of like really raking it over the coals over and over again, laughing, and then finally one was produced on camera, and it went through forensic, Adobe and Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Premiere, and it was After Effects. It was like a solar spot with just like After Effects, and so that was it. And I found that was strange, and then it kind of went away. And then now, just recently, they said that the temperature in Antarctica is 50 degrees warmer than normal. Now I'm going to repeat that. That's 50. Now, I don't know if that's Celsius, which is a lot, or even Fahrenheit, but that is an incredible increase in warmth during the Antarctic's summer, and controlling the sky above, and doing all sorts of things with the weather. And you know, John Glenn came out like just a couple months ago. He said, a lot of people don't know this, but NASA's a climate agency. He just outright said it. Okay, not like a space agency. He's talking about the space above your head. That's the weather. And so, if you make a sun simulator, the liability of putting up a bunch of, like a magnifying glass up in the air, and let's say it's not a globe, and it's a lot closer to that source of heat, and you put something up there like China is putting up there or put up there, and you need to test it out, and you're going to put it over Berlin or Beijing. That's very risky. But they both have slices in Antarctica, and it just got 50 degrees warmer. So are they testing it out there? So you're going to run into that. And the ultimate goal of this whole thing was, the scientific method is not applied with space. Not everybody can do the measurement of seeing it's a globe. Like, we can't all go up, and they keep faking they're going to bring us up with space travel. It never happens. It goes in 10 to 15 year cycles of hype leading up to, only this height, and not everybody. Like, where the two people that just built fake suns are like testing their sun because of the liability of cooking people. It's 50 degrees warmer. Where do you think those artificial suns are now? And on top of it, why would they make an artificial sun? Oh, well, let's melt the Antarctic and start mining it. And so, I guess my point being here is either, or it's always one or two, and we got to believe them, and it's hierarchical. Scientific method is not hierarchical. Anybody can repeat the experiment, and you're kind of asking me and everyone in the world to just believe your camera on that thing with China and Russia and Germany putting up, artificial suns now, and it's 50 degrees warmer, and we're just supposed to go, that's global warming, and there's the sun. But there's never been one before, but these two guys went out there and got it. It's kind of like they'll never take away Nixon calling the moon. But at the same time, it's just so, it just won't go away, man. It's just like if the genie's not going back in the bottle with just a picture of a sun, especially with Jeran after Behind the Curve and all that. It's just not. It might even continue it, and then they'll go into the sun, so the artificial sun, and it could very well be that. You've seen some of these latex masks that they put on these days. Come on. They're at a point right now where I never thought photo or painting, fake or real, would be the do or die of humanity. Well, if we don't get a handle on what's a fraud and what's a lie and what's fake, we are doomsday. We are doomed. We are doomed to doomsday. And there seems to be an effort to rewrite that Bible and rewrite our society, and it's not working, and it's a racket. It's not true that lab-grown butter is going to save the environment with a low carbon footprint. They got a whole lab running on electricity and getting synthetic molecules. It's all a lie, and it's going to get worse.